Hey y'all! Welcome to our very first episode of Don't You Want to Bake with your host, me, Juana. I've been cooking since I was a kid with my mom, who's an expert home cook. Along the years, I've learned several tips and tricks to get me through in the kitchen. So I'm going to share all that non-expert advice with y'all to help you gain some confidence in your kitchen. Let's get started. Today, we're going to be cooking with tomatoes, shrimp, basil, garlic, and really good olive oil. Got my water already boiling, and I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. I know some people really heavily salt this, but we're going to add salt to our dish, so it doesn't need to be too salty. And we're going to go ahead and add this to our boiling water. Now we have our pasta water boiling, we're going to go ahead and start with our sauce. So we're going to go ahead and turn on our pan about medium high and about a quarter cup of olive oil, good olive oil, because it's going to be the foundation of your sauce. So we're going to pour it in, and it is cold. Your pan is going to be cold because we want to kind of roast these vegetables, I guess you could say, in our skillet pan. You want to get all the olive oil. We're going to add our garlic. And it's about 1/3 of a cup of garlic. And that's really it for right now. So we're gonna let this simmer. It's gonna take about 20 minutes. Remember, we're gonna season this a few different times during this process, so you don't wanna salt it too much. But you do need to salt to help break down your veg. So we're gonna give this about 20 minutes. And we'll see a big change in about 20 minutes. It's been a few minutes since we started this, and we can see we have quite a bit of action going on here. Tomatoes are starting to cook, the peels are starting to come off, and the oil has really become more saucy and glossy. So to this, if you feel like you have enough tomato, that's fine. I'm gonna add a little bit of some canned tomato. You don't have to add the canned tomato, but I found these at this really cool store, and I was like, you know what, I want to try them. They are San Marzano tomatoes. It's also going to add a little bit of volume. We'll just bust these down a little bit and let it keep going. Okay, so about 20 minutes have passed, and our tomatoes are definitely way more cooked down. As you can see, everything is looking really nice. The peels have separated, and it's become a nice little sauce. So we're gonna go ahead and add our shrimp to this, and it's gonna cook right in here. My shrimp is not peeled, but it is deveined. I'm gonna keep the shell on for extra flavor. And you just stir them in. They'll cook in a few minutes, and you'll know when these are cooked because they turn pink. Once they're pink, you can go ahead and try it for seasoning, and we'll add more salt if we need to. Our pasta is really well cooked now, and I've strained a little bit but left some pasta water. And our tomatoes and shrimp have totally cooked down, and so we are ready to add the basil, which is the final step. And this is about 1/2 cup of basil. We have several basil plants, so it's really no problem to add a ton of basil. But add whatever you can, as long as it gives you the flavor that you're looking for. And we're gonna add the pasta. Just definitely is ready to go. And we're just gonna go in here and very gently bring it all together. If you see that your pasta is a little bit thin, it's okay. It will thicken up a little bit. This has some pasta water in it, but that pasta water will help it thicken up. Every good cook should try their food. So let's go ahead and give it a stir, and then we'll give it a try. I took our pasta off of the stove, and I put it into a serving platter. If you don't have to feed a small army, then don't make a pound of pasta. It's a lot, and I didn't even use it all. So maybe make less. You could use 1/2 pound of shrimp. I used 1 pound of shrimp, but leftovers are nice. So let's go ahead and add a little bit of parm, our friendly microplane. All right, let's give it a try. the pasta turned really silky and it's really nice. Way too much though, so maybe make less. The tomatoes cooked down really, really well. Let's see. I had a little bit of salt at the end because it needed some more salt. But you always want to taste your food as you go. That's what makes your food taste good. If it doesn't taste good to you, it's not going to taste good to somebody else. Taste the bomb. I hope that you're inspired to make something new. Get in the kitchen. See you next time. Bye.